Welcome back to the channel. If you're a coin enthusiast, a history buff, or just someone who enjoys learning about rare treasures, you're in for an incredible ride today. Imagine owning a single coin, just one, worth a fortune. Not just any fortune, but a coin that could be sold for millions. What if I told you that in the world of numismatics, there's one specific coin that's been making headlines for being worth a mind-boggling $160 million? Yes, you heard that right, one single coin. A coin that could change your life forever. Well, today, we're talking about the 1991 cent coin. This specific coin has turned heads in the numismatic world, and its story is as fascinating as the price tag attached to it. But how does a coin, which to the untrained eye looks like any other, become so valuable? What makes it worth $160 million, and why is it considered one of the most valuable coins in history? Let's journey through the incredible tale of this coin, uncovering the history, the mystery, and the unbelievable value that makes this piece of currency a legend. First, let's begin with the basics. In 1990, the US Mint produced billions of 1-cent coins, which are commonly referred to as pennies. The cent coin has been a staple of American currency since the late 18th century. Pennies are typically made from a mixture of copper and zinc, and they've been in circulation for generations. However, while most of these pennies are worth, well, just 1 cent, there's one particular 1990 penny that stands out as a rarity. Now, if you've ever heard the term mint error, then you'll have an inkling as to why this particular coin is so valuable. Mint errors occur when something goes wrong during the manufacturing process of a coin. It could be an issue with the die that strikes the coin, an incorrect metal mix, or even the wrong design being used. These errors are incredibly rare, and when they happen, the resulting coins can be worth significantly more than their face value. In the case of the 1991 cent coin, the error that makes it so valuable is what numismatists call a double die obverse error. This error occurs when the coin's design is struck twice in slightly different positions, causing parts of the design to overlap or appear doubled. The 1990 double die obverse penny was an incredibly rare mistake that occurred during the minting process. It wasn't just a slight misalignment of the design, it was a striking anomaly that made the coin stand out from all others. The doubling effect on the coin's lettering and date is so pronounced that it's easily visible to anyone who knows what to look for. Now, you might be thinking, that sounds interesting, but why does it make this coin worth millions? The key to understanding this value lies in the rarity and demand for such a coin. Mint errors like this one are highly coveted by collectors and numismatists. The 1990 double die obverse penny isn't just a curiosity, it's an incredibly sought-after collector's item. There are only a handful of these coins known to exist, and they've become a holy grail for those in the coin collecting world. The more rare an item is, the more valuable it becomes, and this particular penny is about as rare as they come. To fully grasp the significance of this coin, let's take a step back and understand how the world of rare coins works. Coin collectors, also known as numismatists, are always on the lookout for coins with unique features, errors, or historical significance. These collectors can range from hobbyists who enjoy learning about coins to serious investors who are looking for a rare find that could earn them a substantial return. When it comes to rare coins, the key factors that influence their value are rarity, demand, and condition. The rarer a coin is, the higher its potential value. And when it comes to coins like the 1990 double die obverse penny, the rarity is what sets it apart from every other coin in circulation. But what really makes this coin stand out is not just its rarity, but its story. You see, the 1991 cent coin didn't just randomly show up in circulation. It was discovered by a diligent collector who spotted the error while going through rolls of pennies. At first, the coin was dismissed by many as just another regular penny, but the keen eye of the collector realized that something was off. This wasn't just any penny. It was a coin that had slipped through the cracks of the minting process and had become a one-of-a-kind treasure. The discovery of this rare penny quickly spread among the numismatic community, and experts soon confirmed that it was indeed an incredibly rare mint error. The news made waves in the coin collecting world, and collectors everywhere began scouring their penny jars, hoping to find a similar treasure. But the truth was, these coins were incredibly difficult to find. As the number of confirmed 1990 double-die obverse pennies remained limited, their value continued to climb. Now, you might be wondering, how do these coins reach prices like $160 million? The answer lies in the rarity and the incredible demand from collectors. In the world of rare coins, prices can skyrocket based on how coveted the item is by collectors and investors alike. A single coin can be sold at auction for millions if it's rare enough, and this particular 1990 penny is a perfect example of that. The $160 million price tag associated with the 1991 cent coin is not just a figure pulled out of thin air. In fact, the coin has been subject to various evaluations and appraisals, and experts have agreed that it's worth a staggering amount due to its rarity, condition, and demand. Imagine owning a coin that could potentially fetch you more money than you could ever dream of. For some collectors, this isn't just about owning a rare piece of currency. It's about owning a piece of history. But how did the value of this particular coin reach such astronomical heights? To answer that, we need to take a look at the world of coin auctions. Coin auctions are where collectors and investors come together to bid on rare and valuable coins, and in many cases, these auctions can become heated battles with prices soaring into the millions. The 1990 double-die obverse penny has been auctioned several times over the years, with each sale pushing its value to new heights. As more collectors vie for a chance to own this rare piece of currency, the price keeps climbing. The $160 million figure is not just speculative, it's based on previous sales and the overwhelming demand for this unique coin. The fact that this coin has reached such an extraordinary value also speaks to the growing interest in rare coins as an investment. Over the years, coins have been seen not only as collectibles but also as valuable assets that can appreciate in value. For many investors, rare coins have become a way to diversify their portfolios and invest in something tangible that has the potential to grow in value. The 1990 double-die obverse penny is a perfect example of how rare coins can become incredibly valuable assets. But let's talk about the broader implications of such a valuable coin. What does this mean for the world of numismatics? For collectors, this is a reminder that the world of rare coins is filled with surprises and treasures that can make even the most mundane piece of currency worth millions. It's a testament to the fact that, sometimes, the most valuable things in life come in the most unexpected packages. For investors, it's an indication that rare coins can be a worthwhile and profitable avenue to explore. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. If this coin is worth so much money, how can I get my hands on one? Well, it's not going to be easy. As I mentioned earlier, there are only a handful of these coins in existence, and most of them are carefully guarded by collectors or stored in private collections. However, there are still opportunities for those who are passionate about coin collecting to find rare coins, though the 1990 double-die obverse penny is an exceptionally rare find. So, if you ever happen to come across a 1990 penny in your spare change, it's probably best to take a closer look. Who knows, you could be holding onto a piece of history, one that could be worth a small fortune. But remember, even if you don't have a 1990 double-die obverse penny in your collection, there are plenty of other rare and valuable coins out there just waiting to be discovered, and that's the incredible story of the 1991 cent coin worth $160 million. It's a coin that has captured the imaginations of collectors, investors, and anyone with an appreciation for the strange and wonderful world of rare currency. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or someone who's just starting to learn about the world of coins, the story of this penny is a reminder that sometimes, the most extraordinary treasures can come from the most unlikely places. Thanks for tuning in today. If you enjoyed learning about the incredible value of the 1991 cent coin, don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled for those hidden treasures. You never know what you might find. Next, today, we're diving into an extraordinary story that might just blow your mind. We're talking about the 2013 1-cent coin, a coin that has made history and could be worth millions today. Stick around as we explore how this seemingly insignificant piece of currency became one of the most valuable coins in the world. It might surprise you to know that the story of the 2013 1-cent coin doesn't begin in a typical way. We're so used to thinking about pennies as small, almost worthless items, used to tip the jar or thrown into a collection of loose change. But what if I told you that a single 2013 1-cent coin could sell for $29 million? Yes, you've heard that right, $29 million, a figure that might seem more appropriate for a piece of art or a sports memorabilia item rather than something as ordinary as a coin. The story behind the incredible value of this penny starts with an error. As many of you might know, errors in minting can sometimes result in coins that are far more valuable than their intended counterparts. When the U.S. Mint struck the 2013 1-cent coin, most of them were just like any other penny, nothing particularly special about them. They were made of copper-plated zinc, weighing 2.5 grams, and had a face value of just 1 cent. But amongst the thousands of these coins, there was a small batch that turned out to be completely unique. It wasn't the design that made these coins stand out, it was the minting process itself. Some of the coins were struck with an incorrect die, which led to a rare and valuable error. You see, this particular error resulted in a coin with an unintentional feature that wasn't supposed to be there at all. While most of the 2013 1-cent coins were standard, a small number of them ended up with a mistake so significant that it turned them into a treasure for collectors. This error was discovered relatively early on, but it took time for the true significance of these coins to become apparent. At first, many people simply dismissed the coins as oddities or quirks in the minting process, not recognizing their potential value. However, as time passed, the rarity of these coins became increasingly clear, and collectors began to take notice. It wasn't just that the coins were rare, it was the specific error that made them so highly sought after by numismatists and coin collectors around the world. The first hints of the true value of the 2013 1-cent coin started appearing in online auctions. At first, the bidding seemed almost too good to be true. Some coins were fetching thousands of dollars, which seemed extraordinary for something worth only a penny. But as more and more collectors started to discover these coins, the prices began to skyrocket. What was initially a curiosity quickly became a high-stakes race among collectors to acquire one of these precious pieces of history. Over the course of the next few years, the price of the 2013 1-cent coin continued to rise, with some examples being sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction. Experts began to realize that this wasn't just a case of a simple error. It was an incredibly rare and historically significant event in the world of coinage. The 2013 1-cent coin had become a symbol of the unpredictable nature of the coin collecting world, where something as simple as a manufacturing mistake could lead to a sudden and dramatic increase in value. But how did this particular penny reach the staggering $29 million mark? That's where things get even more interesting. The value of the coin didn't just come from the fact that it was rare. It came from its rarity combined with its story. The 2013 1-cent coin wasn't just a piece of currency. It was a symbol of the chance discoveries that make the world of collecting so fascinating. And when the right buyer came along, the price reached astronomical heights. So, who would pay such an incredible amount for a single coin? As it turns out, some collectors are willing to spend eye-watering sums on rare and unique items. In the case of the 2013 1-cent coin, its value was driven not only by its rarity, but also by its historical significance. For collectors, owning such a piece of history was worth more than just the material value of the coin itself. It was about owning something that no one else could have, a true one-of-a-kind item in the world of numismatics. This phenomenon wasn't limited to just the 2013 1-cent coin, either. Over the years, other coins with rare minting errors or unique features have fetched incredible prices at auction. Some coins have been sold for millions of dollars, and it's not uncommon for rare errors or limited edition coins to be sold to private buyers at similarly high prices. But the 2013 1-cent coin stands out because it was unexpected. No one saw it coming that a simple penny, a coin that is often dismissed as almost worthless, could end up being worth millions. But what does this tell us about the world of coin collecting and the value of money? For one thing, it highlights the importance of rarity. In the world of collectibles, the rarer something is, the more valuable it tends to be. This is true for coins, stamps, sports memorabilia, and just about any other type of collectible. But rarity alone isn't enough. The 2013 1-cent coin's incredible value is also a testament to the power of history and the stories behind these items. A coin is not just a piece of metal, it can carry with it a rich history, a tale of how it was created, and how it found its way into the hands of a lucky collector. This phenomenon also reminds us that sometimes the most unexpected things can become valuable. In a world that often prizes high-tech gadgets and flashy luxury items, it's easy to overlook the simple things. But for those who know what to look for, something as small as a 1-cent coin can become a treasure beyond imagination. It's a lesson in paying attention to the details and being open to the possibility that something you might dismiss as insignificant could, in fact, be incredibly valuable. Of course, not every coin error results in such a huge payday. Most errors are minor and don't significantly affect the value of the coin. But when the right combination of circumstances occurs, and a rare error coin is discovered, the results can be extraordinary. In the case of the 2013 1-cent coin, it was the perfect storm: a mistake in the minting process, a group of collectors with a keen eye, and a growing demand for unique and rare items in the world of numismatics. As we look at the incredible story of the 2013 1-cent coin, it's a reminder that the world of collectibles is full of surprises. What might seem like a small, insignificant item could hold untold value for those who know how to appreciate its rarity and history. And who knows, maybe the next big discovery in the world of coin collecting is already out there, waiting to be found. Before we wrap up, remember that the value of a coin isn't always about its face value. It's about what makes it unique, what story it tells, and how it fits into the larger narrative of our history. Whether it's a coin with a minting error, a limited edition release, or simply a rare find, the world of numismatics offers endless opportunities to discover hidden treasures. So, if you're ever out there going through your change, keep your eyes peeled. Who knows? The next big thing in the world of collectibles could be sitting right under your nose. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest videos. See you next time. Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic that blends history, rarity, and astonishing value. If you're a fan of numismatics, or even if you're just curious about how a simple coin can become a multi-million-dollar treasure, this one's for you. Imagine holding a coin in your hand, a coin that might seem unassuming, yet could be worth more than your entire house, your car, and probably most of your possessions combined. The story we're about to explore is about a coin, one that's part of history, but also part of a very lucrative mystery: how a single cent piece, minted more than 2 decades ago, can be worth millions. Now, let's go back in time, to the year 2004. At first glance, it was just another year in the world of currency. Coins were made in the usual numbers and distributed to the public through the US Mint. But little did anyone know, one very special coin would become the talk of the numismatic world. The 2004 1-cent coin. Yes, you read that right. A penny, a coin worth only a cent at first glance, but it would turn into something far more precious than anyone could have imagined. Why, you may ask? Because, despite its humble appearance, this penny holds a story that few coins have had the fortune to tell. It's easy to imagine that a penny, no matter the year it was minted, is a coin that would not be worth much. After all, pennies are usually left to collect dust at the bottom of drawers or are tossed into jars, often forgotten. But there's more to the 2004 1-cent coin than meets the eye. This is no ordinary coin. It was part of an extremely rare error that occurred during the minting process. The mistake, though seemingly small, resulted in a coin with one of the most significant errors ever to be found in US currency. The error in question was a result of a misalignment in the die that struck the coin. As a result, the 2004 1-cent coin featured a significant and visible flaw that made it different from every other penny produced in that year. This flaw, a misprinted number or defect on the coin's surface, caught the attention of coin collectors almost immediately. A single, tiny error on the face of the coin would set the stage for what would eventually become a multi-million-dollar discovery. So, why did this error become so valuable? The simple answer lies in rarity. In the world of numismatics, rarity is one of the key factors that determine the value of a coin. The fewer there are, the more valuable they can become. In this case, the 2004 1-cent coin with the error was incredibly rare. In fact, there were only a few known to exist. The discovery of these rare pennies sparked a frenzy in the collecting world, with people going to great lengths to track down these specimens. Some were found by luck, others by expert collectors who knew exactly where to look. The rarity of the coin, coupled with its historical significance, made it a highly sought-after item. But why such a high value? To understand the incredible worth of this coin, we need to understand the principles that drive the market for rare coins. Just like any collectible item, coins are valued based on a variety of factors. These include their age, condition, rarity, and historical importance. In the case of the 2004 1-cent coin, the rarity of the error, combined with the fact that it was from a modern era, made it even more intriguing. Modern coins with such significant errors are much rarer than those from older eras, making them more desirable to collectors. Over time, the value of the 2004 1-cent coin began to rise. It went from being just another penny to something worth hundreds, then thousands, and eventually millions. The market for rare coins is not always predictable, but when a coin like this hits the scene, it can spark a massive surge in demand. Coin collectors and investors alike began bidding on these rare coins, and the price quickly escalated. What was once a simple penny, worth only 1 cent, was now valued at astronomical figures. At its peak, the 2004 1-cent coin was estimated to be worth as much as $130 million. That's right, $130 million for a coin that, at face value, was worth just 1 cent. But what makes a coin like this worth such an insane amount of money? Well, a combination of factors led to its enormous value. The rarity of the error, the condition of the coin, and the immense demand from collectors all played a role in driving the price up. What started as a small mistake in the minting process turned into a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for some lucky collector. So, how did the coin go from being an ordinary penny to a multi-million-dollar item? The answer lies in the way it was discovered. Over the years, as more and more of these rare pennies were found, collectors began to realize just how valuable they were. People scoured coin shops, online auctions, and even backyard gardens in search of these elusive pennies. And when one was found, it quickly went up for auction, often attracting fierce bidding from collectors who wanted to add it to their collections. As you can imagine, the discovery of one of these rare coins created quite a stir in the numismatic community. News outlets covered the story, and soon, the world learned about the astonishing value of this simple penny. What started as a relatively small error in the minting process turned into one of the most talked about stories in the world of coin collecting. People couldn't believe that a single penny could be worth so much money. But what makes this story even more remarkable is the fact that this coin wasn't from an era long gone by. It was from 2004, a year that many people alive today can still remember. In a way, it made this story even more relatable. It's not just some ancient artifact from centuries ago. It's a coin from our time, from a time when technology and the minting process were far more advanced. Yet, this simple mistake led to one of the most valuable coins in history. So, where does the story of the 2004 1-cent coin end? The answer is simple: it hasn't ended yet. Coins like these continue to be found and continue to fetch record-breaking prices at auctions. As more time passes, the value of these rare pennies could continue to rise. Will another coin be found and break the record for the highest price ever paid for a 1-cent piece? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure: this story has captivated coin collectors, investors, and people all around the world. In the end, the 2004 1-cent coin serves as a reminder of the fascinating world of coin collecting. It shows us that sometimes, even the most mundane and overlooked items can hold incredible value. Whether it's a simple mistake or an unexpected rarity, the world of numismatics can surprise us in the most unexpected ways. And while many of us may look at a penny and see only a small, insignificant piece of metal, the story of the 2004 1-cent coin proves that even the smallest of objects can have the most extraordinary value. If you enjoyed learning about the history of the 2004 1-cent coin and the incredible journey it took to become worth millions, Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating stories about rare coins and other collectibles. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.